Hello and welcome to gaming and welcome to another Cricket 24 video. Like most of you, I am immersed in the T20 World Cup right now. Some big surprises so far in the tournament, but it got me thinking I'd like to play some T20 World Cup matches in Cricket 24. Now unfortunately, the World Cup is not licensed in Cricket 24, which is something that Ross angrily shouted at me on X. But of course we can pick up some kits created in the Cricket Academy by some users. I want to take you through the steps on how to get all the World Cup kits on your teams in Cricket 24. So before we get started with this video, I just want to make it clear this is quite messy and a little bit confusing on how to do. Unfortunately, about half the teams in the World Cup we cannot edit directly in Cricket 24. That is because these teams are licensed, and for whatever reason Big Ant Studios don't allow us to edit those licensed teams. And then separately from that, the pack that I use to get the kits, RB Max Vision, who has created those, doesn't have two of the teams in there as well, so we have to download those separately anyway. First off, we're going to go over to Cricket Academy, hitting R1, and then going all the way down to Search Community. We're going to go on to Search Teams, and our username is going to be RB. We're going to sort by date. So the kits that we are using are created by RB Max Vision. There are others available in the Cricket Academy if you wish to search for ones that you feel might be better. But the reason I'm going with RB's is because they have created sort of a catch-all team with all of the uniforms available in those teams for the different nations, and what we can do with that is then apply them across in Team Editor. Now, one problem we will run into is the licensed teams. I will get into that later on, but for now the unlicensed teams are the ones we're going to deal with. So you can see that there are two packs from this, and we're going to download both packs and then take that over to our Team Editor. So what you want to do is you can quick download with triangle or go in and hit download and download all of those kits. You can do it with logos or without. I would do it with, just for safety. So downloading the first pack will take a few minutes to complete, so you might want to grab a drink or something while it does it. Pack 2 should be a little bit quicker as there aren't as many things for you to download. Now the second part to this is to then go out to our Team Editor, go into Manage Men's Teams, and as I say, we're going to start with the unlicensed teams. And the reason being is that the licensed teams, we can't actually copy those kits over to, so we're going to have to do something different with them later. So we're going to go to look at Nepal, and we're going to go to uniforms. We can see, obviously they've got the generic uniforms. Let's go to copy uniforms, and we've got to go to our custom list to find Nepal. Where are they? There they are. We can copy that in now, and you can see that that is now there to select when we select Nepal for a match. You can do this for all the unlicensed teams, but you have a choice to make when it comes to the licensed teams. Now, as I said, you can't copy over uniforms for the licensed teams. So it's up to you at this point with some of the licensed teams, because as you can see, the England top for T20 is the official top. The only thing it's missing is the World Cup logo itself, so it depends how accurate you want these kits to be. For me, I personally wouldn't bother getting this changed because what we have to do with the licensed teams is actually download a custom team to play as. If I go to play now and we go to international, you can see if I select Australia, their top is there available for the T20 format, but again, that doesn't have the T20 World Cup badge on it. Now, I would leave Australia alone. I wouldn't bother trying to get this any more accurate, but some of you out there might want to. So what we could do is you can download a custom Australia T20 World Cup team. I forget the user that created this, but if you search something similar, Australia T20 World Cup, there are custom teams made that feature the World Cup logo. You should have the correct lineup. That's something to check as well. Again, I've downloaded a custom New Zealand team because they're another licensed team in the game, and you can see that if we put their T20 2024 World Cup kit on, it is the correct one. This again is another custom team that I've downloaded from the Cricket Academy. So I've not applied the licensed teams kits in the same way that I've done the unlicensed one from RB Max Vision. These are separately downloaded teams. So just for clarity, I'll show you that process. If I search England in the team name and we put it sort by date, we should see some T20 custom teams for the World Cup appearing. So here you go, you've got RB Max Vision's their top search via date. You can see, actually it doesn't have the World Cup logo on there, that's interesting. Let's see about some of these other ones. There we go, we can see that if you download this one, the top is correct. It has the World Cup logo. Now, as I say, you want to check the roster as well, just to make sure that that team is correct. And it is indeed correct. So if you want the England team to have the absolute spot on correct kit with the World Cup logo, you can download a custom team. You can do that for all the licensed teams and use those in your match. Just to recap, what you want to do with the unlicensed teams is download RB Max Vision's 2 World Cup kit folders, then copy new uniform across from those custom teams. For the licensed teams, you might need to download a custom team if you want to get the World Cup logo on there. As I say, England and Australia, their kits are actually correct. They just don't have the logos for the World Cup. But if you want it absolutely accurate, you can download custom teams. You may need to do some logos as well. So like the Nepal team, the logo is not correct. We can go into here, into custom logos, and then click filter, and then go on the search Nepal, just to filter it out so we can find it quickly. Hopefully it's there. There is the Nepal logo for jersey. You can see it's named that as well. That one's for the jersey, but they don't appear to have one for the badge, so I would just use that. It's the correct one. The rest is, for kits. So, that will do. You may need to do this with a few teams. I know the USA was incorrect as well. I have since changed that. If you don't have the logos, that's again something that you can go and collect in the Cricket Academy. If you desire, you can actually search for logos. So Namibia. See if we get one. There we go. We can download whatever one we want. Quick download. And I can go back to Team Manager and change that now. Down to Namibia, over to logo, and then you've got to hit R1 to go to the custom ones, and we will search for our new custom logo. There it is. Put that on. Sorted. So to conclude, some of these teams that are unlicensed, we can download this overall pack from RB Max Vision and then go into the team editor of those specific teams and copy the jersey across from this custom list, and it will be available for those teams. Some of those teams may need logo updates as well, which you can go into the Cricket Academy and search for their logos to apply them on if you wish. Nearly half of the teams in the Cricket World Cup are licensed, and therefore we cannot edit their kits directly. So these may require you to download their teams separately as custom teams. RB Max Vision has done some of these, but not all, so you may have to search for them separately. My recommendation is that you search for that team and do it to date search, and you'll find the World Cup teams more easily. So that is how to get all the World Cup kits on Cricket 24 from the T20 World Cup. Hope that's helped some of you. I know it's a little bit confusing, a little bit tricky. For whatever reason, I feel like the Cricket Academy has become a little bit more tricky to use. I don't remember this being as difficult to do before. I feel like it's because of the increase of licenses that Big Ant have been able to get, but unfortunately they've got the licenses to certain teams but not the actual World Cup. So this has made it a little bit confusing, and they're not directly allowing us to edit those teams anymore. Let me know in the comments if this has helped. Do drop a like as well, and I'll see you in the next one.